Welding dates back to the later part of the 19th century. The arc struck between the electrode and the metal, heat the metal to a melting point. Then the electrode is removed to let the metal solidify or refreeze. An easier way to explain this would be the ice cube trick. You take two pieces of ice cubes, two ice cubes. You heat one side of each ice cube. When they start to melt, you push them together and you hold them. And when you get done pushing them together, hold them, they'll freeze together. This is also kind of known as welding. I've learned some of this information from the IMS, the International Material Services, the Metal Fabrication Technology of Agriculture book, and the Miller website, and also from the past 7 years of experience in the field. Metal fabrication, or welding, is what the world is built on or built with. Today I'm going to explain the concept of welding in the agricultural industry. We need to begin first by looking at what is metal fabrication and what is metal fabrication and what it has done for you or what it will do for you. What is metal fabrication? Metal fabrication is taking raw materials and turning them into things that can be used, like tools, trailers, and buildings. Metal fabrication is commonly known as welding. Welding is defined as a joining process that proceeds cold sints of metal by heating them to a welding temperature with or without the application of pressure, with the application of pressure alone, or with or without a fillet rod. Knowing what welding is also important as understanding the concepts. You have arc, MIG, and TIG. TIG welding, most commonly used in the metal fabrication. Each one has its unique purposes and is used in different ways. Now that you know the three different types of welding, let's look at the benefits of each type of welding and the meaning and purpose of each one. What are the benefits of welding? Arc welding is what types of welding known the longest to man. Arc stands for arc. There's no real definition to arc welding. In arc welding, you have an electrode that is covered in a flux material. The electrode is kind of like a rod, and the flux is just stuff that goes around the rod. The flux cleans the air and cleans the metal as you're welding to make sure your weld is pure. If you didn't have the flux on there, your weld would be impure and your weld would not hold. It would just break. Some people say arc welding is the only type of welding that is said to be pure, that's going to hold forever. I agree and disagree with that because I'm a MIG man. MIG stands for metal inner gas. This means instead of a rod, you have a wire. Instead of a flux, you have a gas. The rod, the wire, and the gas do the same thing as the flux and the rod. The good thing about MIG welding is you can use it on all different thicknesses of metal, all the way down to the thinnest stuff you can find, and up to some of the thickest stuff. The downfall is you can only use it in a controlled environment. Since it's a gas, if the wind blows, it'll blow the gas away. And if the gas gets blown away, you don't have a pure weld, and that means it won't hold. TIG welding is a 20th century style of welding. TIG stands for tungsten inner gas. Instead of a wire or an electrode, you have a tungsten. You have a gas just like MIG, and the gas is the same thing as a flux in arc welding. The gas cleans the metal, the tungsten heats the metal, but you have a filler rod that you push in to join the two pieces of metal together, or something that melts that puts the two pieces together, kind of like the ice cube trick. When you heat the ice cube melts water and you push it together, and then they refreeze. Now that you're well aware of all the three different types of welding and its benefits, you're wondering, how is this used in the agricultural world every day? Welding is used in everyday things you see. The skyscrapers and buildings you work in are welded together somewhere to make sure they don't fall apart when you're inside. The car that you drive down the road is TIG welded together at the manufacturer to make sure when you're driving 50 miles an hour down the highway, it doesn't fall apart on you. In agriculture, welding is done to hold the tractors together that the farmers use, the trailers that they use to haul the goods from the fields to storage. The benefits of welding in the agriculture industry are numerous. You can use it anywhere. You can weld on anything that they use. Welding is the most commonly, now let's summarize. Welding is the most common practice of joining metal together forever. You have 3 different types of welding: MIG, TIG, and arc, and the benefits to each one. Many people don't realize that you see welding every day. But next time you do, you'll know just a little bit more about what it takes, what took place, and maybe what type was used and what you're looking for. And you might just know what kind of weld it is.